This is KooshMoose with a review of Atomicrops. Atomicrops is published by Raw Fury and is the first Xbox game by developer Birdbath. The game was released for Xbox on May 28, 2020 for $14.99, and it's a shoot-'em-up roguelite farming sim. We received a review code from ID at Xbox. There are 10 achievements for a total of 1,000 gamer score. 119 track gamers have started Atomicrops, earning it 3,126 TA. So far, only 4 people have completed it. From the official website, Atomicrops is an action roguelite farming simulator. Cultivate ultra-GMO crops, scavenge the wastelands of the post-apocalypse, recruit a herd of helpful farm animals, and maybe even find love, all while battling with swarms of mutated beasts to defend your farm. The last farm on Earth. In Atomicrops, you've got to shoot to till. So, Atomicrops is a mashup of a twin-stick shooter and a farming sim with roguelike progression. And the game tasks you with growing crops and defending them over a series of seasons and years. Each season consists of 3 day-night cycles. At the end of each season, you have a boss fight, and at the end of the winter season, you have a special boss fight called Nuclear Winter. After each of these seasons, you get rewards based on how many crops you've harvested. As far as twin-stick shooters go, this is a very basic game with no dodge or roll, and the ability to permanently upgrade weapons. You can buy weapons each day, but they only last for a single day. They mostly feel like a waste, except for maybe on the 3rd day of the season when you'll have to fight a boss. Most of the game mechanics are wrapped up in the balance of exploring for upgrades and managing and planting the harvesting of your crops. Your crops don't seem to take a lot of time between planting and harvesting, but in that time, you're going to have to dig up new farmable plots, remove weeds, plant the seeds, water the seeds, protect your crops from all manner of critters that are attacking or eating them, and then finally harvest your grown crops. You can get bonus yields by fertilizing individual plants to grow them larger, by planting 4 of the same seeds in a square, and then fertilizing them to combine them into a single super large crop that's worth more than the 4 by themselves. At first, you can't leave your growing crops unattended, as they're going to be eaten by critters if you're not there to protect them. So you should grow them either at the beginning or the end of the day while you can pay attention to them. If you survive long enough, you'll find ways to make managing your crops less labor intensive. Now, the remainder of your day should be spent exploring the areas around your farm. To the west is a desert. To the east is a grassy plain. The north, south, and expanded east and west areas are initially locked until you can earn bridge parts to unlock them. It's going to be impossible to fully explore the east or west area in a single day, so it's best to focus on exploring the top half or the bottom half of an area per day, and then head back to your farm to grow and protect your crops. As you explore each area, you'll be fighting off roaming creatures and defeating packs of 4 to 5 critters bound to a camp. And those ones are identified with a special icon above their head. After you've killed all the critters bound to each camp, you'll get different rewards ranging from seeds, cashews, pickaxes, and these expand your farm by a single plot. Rare hearts will restore a single heart, and sometimes you'll have a choice between either 2 items or 2 livestock. The items and the livestock will aid you in managing your crops by automating things like the removal of weeds or the watering of crops, or by giving you turrets that you can plant around the farm that will attack any critters trying to eat your harvest. Juggling the exploration of areas and making extremely quick decisions on how best to upgrade your farm to be more self-sustaining is the key to progressing through the years to unlock all the game has to offer. I haven't even mentioned the romancing mechanic, as before you can take advantage of that, you're going to need to grow and harvest roses. These roses can be given to special NPCs in town for bonuses, and once you've given them enough roses, you can eventually choose to marry one of them. One of them is more of a managing partner on the farm. They'll kind of stay at home, and the other will go out with you and assist in the exploring and the fighting during the day. Atomicrops has 10 achievements, all worth 100 gamer score, and while I enjoy the title creativity, the achievements themselves aren't terribly inspired or motivating. You'll get them for beating years 1, 5, and 10, and for having 5,000, 15,000, and 30,000 cashews. I'm going to assume that you have to have them all at one time. Then you have special achievements for killing all the biome tree monsters in one run, killing 100 bison in one run, for planting 4 different types of megatrees in one run, and for harvesting 144 potatoes in a 10-second span. These achievements all require dedicated attempts And in 2 to 3 hours of playtime split up into 2 to 3 sessions, I had not even gotten close to earning the most common achievement for beating year 1. Now, I've been playing a lot of roguelike games in the past year because, for the most part, the action and progression really draw me in. I also like twin-stick shooters. I was really looking forward to getting a chance to play Atomicrops, as I thought a twin-stick shooter merged with Stardew Valley-like farming was an interesting idea. Unfortunately, I just didn't enjoy Atomicrops. The mix of exploration and quick decision-making just never hooked me. I think the twin-stick portion would really benefit from a dodge roll and lasting weapon upgrades. Maybe that would have been enough to keep me going. The hook to me in roguelites is being able to get to that first permanent upgrade that makes your next playthrough a bit different. In my 2 to 3 hours of playtime, I just never felt like I was making lasting progress. It might have been the number of plates I felt I had to keep spinning, or the lack of explanation, or the time to breathe and understand the game systems. For that reason, I would only recommend Atomicrops to that rare breed of achievement hunter that wants completions in high ratio games that require dedication to complete. I played Atomicrops for somewhere between 2 to 3 hours, earning 0 achievements. I would rate Atomicrops 2 GMO enhanced tomatoes out of 5. It's a polished game with no game breaking issues. I think there's probably a good game experience out there for some people, but not for the vast majority of achievement hunters looking for easier gamer score.